InShalla and Ashe. Had a few energetic hiccups this morning, but hey, either way, I have arrived and I am here. So InShalla and Ashe, blessings to you, my energetic beings. Holistic Sha'Medium and subtle energetic surgeon here, Tonya D. And welcome to today's daily snippet. It's September 16th, 2021. Just surfing the cosmic energies, the elemental realms, the pathway of power, and even the divine or the God channel, if you will. In my musing corridor, my moon meditation, say that 3 times, musing moon meditation is actually ready. You should actually be seeing that in your inbox soon if you have subscribed. If not, I will add it to the notes or post it on the page probably. It's kind of easier that way. So here we are. I did a snippet yesterday, the key to awareness. It's part of my energy body demystified course. So awareness is many things. We have this in-body awareness. We have this out-of-body awareness. Identifying different awarenesses really and so much more. But today, the cosmic energy is one of vision or creative imagery, where you accept and open up to it, or you squash it and reject it all for the future. So to open up and accept, that's the key to access vision. It's our faith channel. It's our inner spirit, the prime directive. It has this primary kind of evidence to it. So going with the faith channel or the God channel means that we kind of ascend the current paradigm, the narrative, the earthly demands. So anyone wanting like concrete evidence, the facts, they're going to reject the vision and stay in the current narrative, the current story. So you kind of have to protect your faith to evolve your spirit channel. And the elemental energy of today, we have this Ding Mao, which is a Yin Fire day with a rabbit on the branch. And the rabbit and actually the rooster, they clash. So one is the east and the other one is the west. So there's these two opposing forces. They're this yin energy. So, and we have all this yin energy today actually. So this controlling force, metal, creates stress, anxiety, and pressure to the element of wood. So plus we have metal hidden in the ox. So in the hour of the snake, that actually is going to release more metal. So water, we need water to balance the elements of today. Again, it can be any kind of water activities, water actions, getting a divination, healing, water sports, boats, fishing, anything like that. Even going and sitting and being with water. So it kind of takes this yang energy to bring the balance to a day like today in the energy. And also like the inward journey, the intuition, meditation, absolutely for sure. So with our intuition channel online, it's really a great day to channel in creative visions, feeling them in and through your heart center as you kind of paint the picture of what your future or the future of your life, what you want it to look like. So today is a day to truly kind of muse, take things in, enjoy the moment. I would kind of muse about your future and also, you know, with this full moon, kind of set your intentions, kind of start the narrative, the story of the future, what that looks like for you. Instead of taking any actions, you know, go get the paint, check out the paint brushes, do the opposite with the energy of movement. Because we have a combination of our feelings and our beingness, our being. So just taking in how we feel about something and feeling our heart of the matter as well, getting to the heart of the matter and fill into those threads to channel this in. You know, it's wise to be in a kind of a protective garden, a quiet state, and have really clear boundaries, which next week I'm going to be a guest again, once again, on Walk the Talk with Tavia. And we're just going to be talking about boundaries. So be sure to tune in for that as well. So boundaries being clear, not allowing any foreign energy, any foreign debris to get in. That might actually switch, like literally a light switch, your opinion, clearing your emotional field and all the fields really of all the energies that are toxic and less than. Even the opinions of others that might kind of thwart or pull the leg out from under you and make you go off balance. So on a higher note, the heart center or the heart channel is online, just cycling through what is next in your beingness, in your future. What is next in the imagery? Things like, do I stay or do I go? Do I move? Do I stay? Do I buy or do I sell? So the physical, but also at a soul level, what does your soul feel? And all of those spiritual lessons. So just kind of, it's kind of interesting in there when you channel in. And I recently saw a post about going into a past life and a story. And it went, oftentimes when it comes to spiritual lessons, sometimes we have a protective guardian in play because we're not always in a place to heal adversity at the moment. So they kind of call in the troops, the allies, for a little protection first. So it's like, not today, but yes, in the future. So kind of go back and forth with what you are flowing into with the outer realms and how that is going to be kind, like kindness, to your inner realm, your assets, your heart, feelings, and also the spiritual channel. And process all these channels emotionally. So when your heart opens and the creativity is flowing in, you'll actually know that you've reached an outcome that is actually imaginable. When you are in the flow, you're in the correct direction. Creativity gets bursts of insights. It just through insights, it bursts out like just popping, right? So you might start off with one idea and then create something that you never even thought of, totally brilliant, totally different, out of this world. So it's a day to really go with the flow, the path of least resistance within your heart center, heart-centric, and your feelings. They're kind of in collaboration, kind of weighing the options for a magical future, an otherworldly future, a dreamed up visional future. So I'm in the grid of collaboration with my heart and my feelings with all the essentials of my foundation. So I really go with what lights up my heart, gets me all juicy and excited with zero feelings that kind of persist or aggravate, because I want to stay in the flow, in the optimistic venue. So it's time to add the color, the flair, the artistic venue inside of us, really make it super, super fun. But you need to be grounded. You have to be protected, and our feeling channel to weigh all these endless possibilities of what that future holds next. Just feeling into those thread lines, anything that you are up against today, like the river, the wall, whatever that feels like. So we're in a place of kind of overcoming the struggles, the adversity, the problems, all the challenges, all that kind of narrative, and finding solutions, heartfelt solutions, emotional solutions that are actually in harmony with our being, with our essence. And it's the feelings, the feelings just know what is fair. So if it seems illogical, not to worry, just allow your thought channel to accept what you're feeling, even if it seems that way, and just kind of let it float away. So our throat center is online today. Welcome to my blue color here, my green skinny girl shirt, or powered by greens. But our throat center, it's Vishuddha. It's the seed sound of Heem. And I always put the sound in the show notes. It's spelled H-A-M, but it's the E in sleep in the tonality. You can sound that through, especially if your throat center, your voice feels clogged at all today, to have your spiritual truths and be authentic in your voice. It's really all shades of blue, the ocean, the sky, any shade of blue really, but blue-green to merge with your heart channel, blue-violet to bring in the essence of your third eye. So take a breath of fresh air, go lay on the grass, take in the energy of the blue sky. As you're laying on your back, it only takes really 10 minutes or less really for nature to really give us a reboot, a recalibration. And all the spiritual energetic centers along the backside of the body, they're getting some earthy love. So you can take in her energy. Stay open to all the alternative solutions And just like a small twist of something can actually shift an outdated controlling narrative or situation into really a creative one. So if something appears to be out of sync, the twist is going to shift it. Because our self-expression, the painting, the artist inside of us, that's what's online through our throat center. It's our voice. The inner comes to the outer world, like the inside voice comes outside. So it's a great day to really just tune into your feelings and express them, but also to listen to what they have to say. And follow your heart. Let your heart just be that beacon, because it knows where you belong being. So it's like trusting and having faith in your own guiding light, your Sira, your own personal star. So if things don't resonate, it's totally okay. Just accept it and flow forward. So now for fun, the animal of the day, this is hilarious. I brought in the cricket. So let me get rid of that. So we have this wonderful little cricket. I'm going to sit over here so I'm not in the way of the screen. But the crickets. So I sleep outside, and the melody of the crickets is totally otherworldly. They're always in sync. I believe they raise our vibration with all the other melodies in nature. They kind of have the message or the meaning of abundance, taking chances, emotional evaluation. They activate our inner voice, which is totally awesome since our throat center is open today and activated. So it's this good luck totem, this good luck animal omen kind of thing, similar to actually the grasshopper. But the cricket totem is kind of a jumper and willing to leap towards new opportunities. And even the Native American, the spiritual meaning is success and this personal realization. And it was even believed to have this ability to heighten our intuition and even our perception. They access our subconscious and discover our inner self and our talents. They're also linked to dreams and supernatural abilities as well. Their antennas actually offer great sensing, and they symbolize wisdom and that spiritual guidance. Think of in Pinocchio, how the cricket had that spiritually depiction within Pinocchio in the story. So if your cricket is talking, that's a symbol of consciousness, a constant warning when it comes to wrong decisions, and also a spiritual guide. In the European folklore, the cricket was used in chewing off warts, and kind of the same went with the American legend, eliminating warts by either eating the center. It's kind of creepy and nasty as well when you think about it, but hey, everything serves a purpose, right? So being that they're known for good luck, it's this spirit animal has entered your life. Just pay close attention. Like I said, I listen to them all night long. It's kind of soothing. They kind of have this melody that puts you to sleep, but they're also, telling us that it's actually time to act. It's a safe path to anything that you want to accomplish. Just knowing that you're going to succeed. The silent cricket that walks in the dark without making its presence known, that's acting without praising yourself and not making too much fuss over what you're doing. So just pay attention also to your thoughts and your intuition, enlightening us and searching. If you have the cricket as a totem animal, you're calm and you're a patient person. You treat others with care, kindness, gentleness, peacefulness. They just heighten our instincts from everything that I've kind of read up about crickets. As a power animal, again, they develop our spiritual abilities, even the abilities of our aura, being able to read the aura, healing our energy centers and all of the energies. So just a really cool message there. When you actually hear the cricket crick, make it sound, it can actually indicate an opening or a reopening of our inner voice. So that's a message actually to sing, to utilize our voice. And the crick part of the cricket is a happy song heard also in our bedroom sometimes at night. And that can actually indicate a happy relationship. But sometimes the message isn't always a loving one, right? Because crickets can chew holes in our clothing, kind of like moths. And if you discover a cricket in your house or discover that you have holes in some of your clothing by crickets, you kind of have to ask yourself a couple questions. So it's like, what is eating up your insides? Or do you feel empty? Or what is bothering you or missing in your life? So the cricket totem can assist us to get our emotional body in balance, which I also find curious and just awesome as well. Now, I pulled 2 cards today. Let's get rid of the cricket. There we go. Do you like that? I got my readers on. So I pulled 2 cards today, the elementals, and I used my Shadowscape deck. So the elemental card, water and diving deep. So water is definitely our emotional realm. I think it's interesting I pulled it today because we need to pay attention to our feeling state and our emotional field. It's this fluidity that flows within our life to keep things supple and alive and growing, moist, Without water within our emotional realm, our nature, our authenticity can become dry, brittle, and even hard. Kind of like I'm talked about that so much metal in the earth kind of being pebbly metal. Hard like the ground without rain kind of thing. So you need this rich substance, the sustenance of our feelings to keep our life more lush and fluid and actually growing. The element of water is where our soul essence of love kind of exists. The clearer we are with our emotions, the more space there is for love to actually move in and through our lives. So it's in the emotional realm where we can learn to love ourselves fully and wholly and nurture and heal our inner child, our inner beingness, and create more space for clarity, flow, and love to actually move more freely in our relationships and with others. So it's here that we learn actually emotional maturity. It's the wisdom channel of water in a way to care for ourselves emotionally first and how to respond to you instead of reacting to life and also others outside of us. So this card, dive deep or diving deep, water teaches us to dive to the depths of our emotions in that realm, to get to the bottom of our emotions. Our feelings, might be so deep that they're part of our cellular makeup, when we're born. So perhaps these feelings were kind of there. If they weren't developed in childhood, they could have actually flown, flow like water, flown over from another lifetime, another timeline even. And you need to remember them actually to heal them, validate them. Even if they're old, you can clear them if you allow yourself to fully feel them. Just know that diving deep really takes a lot of courage, the courage to look beyond the surface of your feelings, to explore the depth and the emotion. So some questions that you could ask yourself, it's like, what feeling is calling for you to dive deeper into it? Or what old issues have you been unable to move and now need to kind of dive deeply into them in order to clear your emotional water? So we don't want muggy water, right? We want some clarity and some clearness in our emotional field and water in general. Now, the other card I pulled, which is awesome, let's get rid of that. There we go. The Chariot. This is actually my favorite deck, or one of them. Actually, I love them all. But I just love all the scenery and the color, It's this winged, victorious goddess, mage, whatever you want to call her. And she comes kind of sweeping down from the skies, and she's confident, she's glistening. She's actually just really sure and authentic of herself. She's summoned her awesome unicorns there of the sea from the foamy depths. You can also see the turtles down there. And they all serve her willingly and bowing to her as if in their nature, there's this purity of intention or intent. and the ocean is swelling, and they're tamed beneath her wheels of her enchanted chariot, basically. So those glittering waves, they're crashing and roaring with the strength of the sea. But if she guides her unicorns across the glistening track, you can kind of see the line there a little bit. I'd point, but you can't, I mean, I can't really do that very well. I should get a little light tool, but those waves, they kind of fall still. They're quiet before her. They're shining and mirroring her path like a mirror. It reminds me of like the etheric mirror in a way, just saying that out loud. But the stillness and what is in eternal motion stirs this awareness in the denizens, the demigods of the deep. And from underneath, these spirits of the ocean whisper back out to the sea god. So we're in the swirl of this aquatic color, the ocean. And this card totally goes with our throat center today. So did the first card, actually. I always find that it's just so magical. They dance, they're dancing to the surface to greet this being with this great confidence and this willpower and even the mastery, the river of mastery. And it's kind of undeniable as to be capable to really overcome all the wild and the natural, the fury of the sea in itself, So the nature of the meaning of this card is to really triumph over obstacles, achieve victory, focusing on our intentions and our willpower, establishing an identity, our self-confidence, and maintaining discipline at the same time. Just assuming the reins, holding in the reins of power and often authority, and driving with the unwavering certainty in the cause. So control actually has to be exercised in a constantly changing environment. And that's how the ocean is. Our emotions are the same way, right? You kind of have to exercise the emotion a little bit. And that oftentimes it's going to present challenges in the landscape of the world that we live in. It's constantly shifting with people and emotions and all of the circumstances that are all around us continually. So it's like this tenuous border or where the sea meets the sky. So there's this constant tension of pushing and pulling of air against the liquid. And it's being maintained and ridden out to victory in a way, especially with the unicorns, right? So we have to be able to achieve the confidence and the knowledge to kind of walk upon fragile surfaces, the waves, to get us to the other side in a way. But, you can even see her castle, I think, in the sky of that card at the very top. In the back, it looks like a castle. Maybe I'm dreaming. But an affirmation to get you on your way would be something like, I am confident in the being that I am becoming, opening to a new future, and just feel into your emotional threads with the energy of today. I really feel like the cards were really in line with this as well. Thanks for tuning in. I was a little slow in my beaconness to get on today. Had a wild morning, but InShalla and Ashe, blessings. And as always, thanks for tuning in, and I will always see you tomorrow.